Criminal procedure. Rule 110. Prosecution of offense. Nature of the and purpose of this rule. This rule governs how criminal action are indicted and prosecuted. Criminal action are generally indicted by a filing complaint or information. The complaint must be filed by the offended party, law enforcement, or authorized personnel, while information is filed by a prosecutor. The offense must be prosecuted under the direct supervision of the prosecutor, except in case involving private crime like concubinage and adultery, which require the complaint of a offended party. Rule 1111. Prosecution of civil action. Nature and the purpose of this rule. This rule allow to the simultaneous prosecution of civil action with a criminal action unless otherwise provided by law. Civil liability arising of the offense is deemed instituted with a criminal action unless the offended party waives in the service the right of file of separately or institute in a before filing the criminal action. Rule 112. Preliminary investigation. Nature and the purpose of this rule. Governs our process of determining whether there is a sufficient ground to engender or a well-founded belief of a crime has been committed and that the respondent is probably guilty thereof. Preliminary investigation are conducted by prosecutor or authorized first official ensuring due process. In probable cause is found, the prosecutor file information in the court. Rule 113. Arrest. Nature and the purpose of this rule. Governs the rule of how arrests are made. Arrests may be made without warrant, subject to the condition. A warrantless arrest can only be conducted in case on flagrante delicto, caught in the act, hot pursuit, or when a skippy prisoner is being apprehended. Rule 114. Bail. Nature and the purpose of this rule regulates the release of the accused on a bail and ensure their presence in court. Bail is a matter of right before the conviction for the offense not punishable by death penalty, reclusion perpetua, or life imprisonment. The amount of bail is set by the court is based on the nature of the offense and the financial capacity of the accused. Rule 115. Right of the accused. Nature and the purpose of this rule. Enumerates the constitutional and the statutory rights afforded of the accused during the criminal proceeding. Rights include presumption of the innocence, rights of the counsel, right to be informed of the charge, and the right of speedy, impartial, and the public trial. Rule 116. Arraignment and plea. Nature and the purpose of this rule provides the procedure arraignment and entering a plea. The accused is formally informed of the charge in open court and enter a plea. If the accused refuses to plead a plea or not guilty, is entered by the court. Rule 117. Motion to quash. Nature and the purpose of this rule. Motion to quash. Allow the accused to challenge the validity of the complaint or information. The key provision grounds include lack of jurisdiction, improper venue, extinguishment of the offense or penalty, or double jeopardy. Rule 118, pre-trial, aims to simplify issue considered a plea bargaining, and adopt other measure of the efficient trial. Pre-trial mandatory in a criminal case. The court may be considered the stipulation of fact, admissibility of evidence, and the scheduling. Rule 119, trial, governs our procedure of the trial phase. The trial must be proceed with the prosecution presenting evidence first, followed by the defense. Courts are required to ensure expeditious proceedings, avoiding delay. Rule 112, new trial or reconsideration, allow the court to correct error in judgment of reconsider findings. The grounds of a new trial includes error of prosecution to the accused or newly discovered evidence. A motion for consideration may be challenged the decision based on error or fact of law. And last, Rule 126, search and seizure. Nature and the purpose provide. The rule is obtaining and executing search warrant to protect individual from unreasonable search. A search warrant must be issued upon the probable cause, supported by oath or a permission, and particularly describe the piece to be searched and items to be seized. Warrantless search are permitted in specific cases, such as search incident to a lawful arrest or consistent searches. The rule ensures fairness, due process, and efficiently in the administration of criminal justice in the Philippines.